Hi everyone, JR with Secure Metals. With your technical look at the precious metals. Today I'll be doing daily charts on both gold and silver, as well as ratio charts on both gold and silver as well. Okay, so try to make this as quick as possible. Today's Thursday, February 20th, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the last video that I made, pretty standard technicals. I think on the last video, this is your gold daily chart here. I think we were somewhere around here, maybe the high 1200s, and I did say that this did look like an inverse head and shoulders. A breakout above that would target roughly 1325 was the target I believe that I gave, and it actually hit the exact target. And I also said that we would run into some resistance between the 1318 area to the 1330 area, possibly bring it back down to the low 1300s, and that's exactly what happened. Currently, stochastics do look a bit oversold, but I guess at this point we want to see if this is going to continue to trend down, or if it's just going to get a quick bounce from obviously continuous negative data that we see here for the US dollar. But ultimately I'm targeting between 1340 to 1360 is really the short-term target based on the breakout from this long-term trend line. So at this point, might see a little bit of consolidation, but ultimately I do expect at least a test of the 340 zone and a bit higher. We'll see how that plays out. This is your daily, this is your weekly chart. Okay, weekly chart also looks like it might target 350. Maybe this 50-day moving average at 1340, I'm sorry. So we'll see what happens there. Stochastics are still pointing higher, so again, we have a really nice bullish candle here. So again, it does look like it will target the 1340 zone at this point. But we'll see what happens. Today we had some negative data for the dollar. Didn't really see a lot of moves. You saw gold go from 1308 to 1315, and now it's trading flat. Let's see what happens tomorrow. We have more data coming tomorrow. Let's look at the silver chart. Silver, again, on the previous video, I did say that this trend line was most likely going to hold us up at around $20, between $21.80 and $22. It actually did. So we did see a test of this move of this long trend line, and we did see a little bit of a pull back down to the low 21s. Actually 2120, 2130 was the low. Currently trading at 2171. A break above this line here. Now I've drawn two lines, and the reason why is because we can see very clearly that one line is where these three actually was tested here, obviously here, and these three candles here. But I also put another line here just in case, because this is where the tip of this is the candle, this is the high of this candle. So we draw two lines just to be on the safe side, but technically both of them can act as resistance. Both this one depends on the majority of traders are looking at. Are they looking at this one, or are they looking at the other one? So again, held up at this line here, roughly around 22 was the high. We're looking for a breakout. Now silver, silver's still in the danger zone here, and the reason why I call it the danger zone is because gold, we can clearly see that gold is past this very, very, very long trend line with a big breakout to the upside. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing on silver's chart, but as of now, we are still below this trend line. So this trend line can easily push us back down to this 20-day moving average, which is trading flat. So it's pointing to 3 o'clock, which basically means it's very flat. It can really go either way. I wouldn't expect this market to go below 2050. If it does, then we're right back down to this big trading range that we had. But again, based on the amount of time that we spent in this zone here, I really don't I don't expect this thing to come and test below this level here, the 2050 level. But who knows? Stochastics are looking, they're starting to get overbought. And again, this is just a waiting game at this point. But I am targeting 2180. If this line breaks out here, I mean, if we're able to break above this line, then we can easily see a move to 2390, 2380, around that area, and possibly test this 100-day moving average as well, around 26. But again, I would look to target anywhere between 2380 all the way up to 25 and a half, 25, actually low 25s. But again, we still have to come over this hump here. We still have to get over this hump. But this is really the range that we're looking to target if we are able to break above this level here. Okay, that's your weekly chart. On the daily chart, looking a bit overbought. Again, here's the test of this trend line here. Still, I mean, a fall below 2130 will probably bring us back down to the low 20s. I mean, to the mid 20s. But really, this is just technicals at work, and we just want to see if we're going to break above this trend line. If we do, then I would easily say a target of 2280, which is the next level here, roughly 2280. And if we can break above that level, then we're looking at 25. Then we're looking at 24 and a half, like I said on the weekly chart, on the previous chart, or time frame I meant. We're looking for 2380, around that area, and then obviously 24 and a half. And that's your silver chart. So again, at this point, guys, just really trading in a range still, but we do have a really nice breakout, and I do expect this momentum to continue. I'll do another analysis on ratios here. This is your ratio on the weekly chart. The ratios are looking really positive. This is on a downturn, on the downtrend here. We tested the 68 has been the high in ratios. Remember, as ratios decline, we want the ratios to go down because it basically means that the metals are running. When the ratios go up, it's not very positive for the metals. But right now, you can buy 60 ounces of silver with 1 ounce of gold. We want this ratio to continue to go down, and it does look like we've met a let's put here horizontal line. So it looks like this area here is a major level of resistance. And if we can stay below this level here, I'm confident that we're going to continue to push lower and start making new lows. But first time here, we have a low, a higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher lows. We have higher highs, right? Higher highs, but we have not created a new high over 67.40. That's been the high, 67.40. So if we can start creating lower highs, then we're on the right track to continuing to go higher on the precious metals market. So the weekly chart looks favorable to us. All right, it looks like we're going to continue to go down. I'd like to break this low here at 56.98. If we can, I think it'll be very positive, and we'll be looking to target the low 50s as far as ratios. Again, as the ratios fall, that means precious metals are rising. Because usually silver moves faster than gold, right? So if it's running, it's because if it's going down, it's because silver and gold are both rallying. Of course, silver rallying a bit faster than gold, percentage-wise. I mean, silver is up 15% since the low, 15.5%. That's a big move to the upside, and that's what these metals do. They give you big moves in either direction. So that's your weekly time frame here, and let's do the daily for the ratios. And yeah, we had a big drop here. That's obviously the metals rallying, and at this point here we are testing support here. So we might see a little bit of a spike up to the 62, 63 level. Again, we don't want to go above this major level here, 65, because then we're going to retest the 67. I don't really care to do that. I'd like this metal to stay below 64 and continue to make lower highs. All right, But again, stochastics on the daily chart are a bit oversold, so we might see a little bit of a move back up to the 62, 63 range. We'll see what happens. Besides that, that's about it for today, guys. Nothing major. Really just waiting for these technicals to continue to come together here, okay? Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.